It has been a bit light on for news from the cloud this past week. So instead I thought I'd share some of the great case studies from the Azure team at Microsoft. There are studies of how Azure can accommodate certain scenarios that could be relevant to the company you work with every day. In any case, they are really interesting. In particular, I will cover the definitive guide to scaling 10,000 VMs on Azure, Teradata to Azure SQL Data Warehouse migration guide, and using QlikView and Qlik Sense with Azure Cosmos DB. Load and stress tests are crucial tools to ensure software is production ready and ready to receive the influx of users for your new steampunk poem generator website. The hurdle though is that not even Jeffrey has 10,000 friends that can test the site at the same time. It puts strain on traditional IT infrastructure systems as well. Not so much for cloud. Avishai Balta and 3 co-workers from Microsoft decided to try and reach a limit of 10,000 virtual machines running on Azure. This was work done for a real client as well. The case study outlines their entire approach from setting up a base VM image, installing software to do something on the VM, and then figuring out how to even manage that number of instances. 1, 2, 3, yeah, you get the idea. They also sought out to answer questions of can you even provision 10,000 VMs and how long does this take? It is really interesting reading, but of course we don't use any VMs here at A Cloud Guru, so hopefully Sam Kruenberg isn't watching this. Anyway, Teradata is a relational database management system that can be considered legacy software and something which enterprises are very keen to move to Azure Data Warehouse. Due to the reasonable complex migration path and the number of steps involved, Microsoft has released an official migration guide. The white paper is broken into sections which detail the migration phases. The preparation required for data migration, including schema migration, migration of the business logic, the actual data migration approach, and testing strategy. With the benefit of Azure, you can quickly provision Azure SQL Data Warehouses for your development team to start business object migration before the data is migrated and speed up the migration process. The guide is available from the resource link below. Azure Cosmos DB allows for collecting the data from various sources in various formats. This ability to mix and match this data becomes more and more important for adding value to business processes with additional knowledge and intelligence. Qlik, with a Q, creates analytics and visualization products such as QlikView and Qlik Sense, which now support Azure Cosmos DB as a first-class data source citizen. Qlik Sense and QlikView are data visualization tools that combine the data from different sources into a single view. Qlik Sense indexes every possible relationship between entities in the data so that you can gain immediate insights into it without making the connections manually. And you can visualize Azure Cosmos DB data by using Qlik Sense. There is now a very nice and thorough guide to setting all this up, and you can read the entire guide on Azure Docs using the resource link below as well. That's all we have time for this week. I hope you can use some of this great documentation and these guides, which are completely free. In particular, we covered the definitive guide to scaling 10,000 VMs on Azure. How can you use this for load and stress testing your own products? Teradata to Azure SQL Data Warehouse migration guide, which is moving all the data with cloud benefits, and using QlikView and Qlik Sense with Azure Cosmos DB, enabling your data to be analyzed in a greater context. So see you next week, or if you're watching this in the future, just click on the next episode and you'll see more Azure-ness. Go, click. Anyway, keep being awesome, Cloud Gurus. Bye.